Monday, bam, 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 beta. Checking in here, recorded live in front of a studio audience at May 20th, 20 to 24, 11:56 a.m. on the Swatch Watch Farm Fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. From the Fortress of Solitude Studios, we do have another all-time high, so let's mark it down. Mark it with a B. 2.125. Got that going for us. And we are currently, we've deployed our be right and sit tight strategy with regard to gold and silver. I am thankful that I didn't take some of the chips off the table on Friday as I was seriously contemplating in the late afternoon. And in doing so, we've made another all-time high. So I'm just looking to let them ride at this point. I do have 3 expiring positions this week, all of which are gold and silver related, and all of which are currently underwater. That did not sound like you were underwater. Little better. Okay. GDX, you know how I feel about GDX. We've made some nice money on it. This is our third tranche, our third time around as far as swing trading GDX. And we have 3650 calls on the board. And it's currently trading at 3713. So we are way down on our whiskey on the trade, but we are up nicely on the posish. So my theory, and I'm sticking to it at this point, and it will play out before our very eyes, is that GDX will turn back down under 3650 before the week is over, before this position expires. So we will keep that posted as we go, because I am not looking to relinquish my GDX shares. Same with GLD. It's probably close to knocking on the door there. Yep, it's at 20 or 224.48, and we have 225 calls. I think gold might be in its 5th wave. Okay, so here's the waves as we know them, right? The waves up, blue parentheses 1. This is considered an impulsive wave. Impulsive waves are 5 up total. So it's 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down, and then the 5th wave up before we see a pullback. So we're looking for gold, I believe, to be in wave 5 already. It's probably in 3 of 5. So I'll be looking for a pullback in 4 before the 5 of 5, which could be months and months, if not 6 months or a year away. Could be happening as soon as a week or 2 from now. But I think it's going to play out for the rest of 2024. I believe silver to be in, I'm hoping it's in 1, because it's definitely lagging gold. And I've looked back all the different years that gold and silver made their runs. You can essentially apply the same thoughts because they've mimicked each other. So it seems to be, I don't want to use the word predictable, but it seems to be that the writing is on the wall, and that's certainly how it's played out, that gold and silver are going to have very good years for 2024, possibly extending all the way through 2025. I'm hoping that silver is only in 1, but based on what goes on over the next, probably the rest of this week, we could determine that it was already in wave 3. So we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll try to give you my best interpretation going forward. So GLD, we don't want to relinquish those shares either, because I think GLD is going to 260 by the end of the year, currently at 224.25. SLV, same thing here. We don't want to relinquish. We are underwater. It's trading at 29.20 at the moment, up 1.42% today, and we have 28.50 calls on the board. So again, to reiterate, the sit tight and be right position, we still think there's plenty of running, plenty of blue skies ahead for gold and silver, but I would like to see a little bit of a breather, a little bit of a, pull it back just a little so I could enter some of these other positions that I'm looking to get into. And I had mentioned before a spreadsheet. I do have phase 1 of the spreadsheet done for you. So that would be right here. Get my head out of the way just a little bit. And so we've got the company name, ticker symbol, type, whether they're gold or silver miners. And they both typically, if you're a gold miner, you do get silver as a byproduct. Same with being a silver miner, and you get gold as a byproduct. But typically one mine will have way more as a percentage than the other. So risk reward we have here. So this is on a scale of 1 to 10. Quality is just like a report card. Another definition for risks here. We got some risk, high risk, moderate risk, and then how they've performed recently. Last week, and then year to date. As you can see, like RS Mining is up nearly 13% for the week and almost 28.5% for the year. Current trading price, do I own it or not? And then the ones that I own, how many shares I have, what my basis is, what I invested total currently, and what then the current value is, which all of these will be higher because I did this over the weekend, sitting out in the screen porch, enjoying the beautiful weather while Laylee tans a lot, just, enjoys herself reading her Kindle by the pool. It's like a perfect weekend. We did have a nice dinner out at Perea on Friday. What did I have? I had it was like a shrimp rice bowl, like a little bit of spice in it. It was delicious, very delicious. And then I think Lady had the salmon, which the salmon there is always good. And my buddy Kevin had the pork chops. And then his wife Holly had the same thing I did, which was the shrimp bowl. The funny thing about Kevin and Holly, and we've been friends Kevin came to work for me at my real estate company 12 years ago, I think it was. And he came to me with this from day one, which was the idea, I want to open my own company. I was referred to you and told that I need to learn the business from you. And so he spent 5 years with us, opened his own company, and now he has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of agents. And he bought my real estate building, and then we merged our little team with his now big company. So we have that going for us. But then the funny part, the latest kicker is that their daughter and my son are dating. So that puts an interesting wrinkle into it. It's nothing to do with us. They met at the ice skating rink, like I think maybe it wasn't this winter, maybe the winter before. Both of them had, she had a boyfriend, he had a girlfriend at the time. So, but they became like Snapchat friends. I think that's a thing that they do, these youngsters. They've been just kind of talking on and off as friends, and now they've been hanging out a little bit. So she's a sweetheart. He's a gentleman. So hopefully that will go well. Holly, Kevin's wife, Emma's mom, thinks that they're destined to be married. Might be jumping the gun, but I'd love to have, them as in-laws in our life, because I know that I can rely on them and trust them long term, and I think they can do the same with us. So I will download this spreadsheet, and I'll put it in a link in the description of this particular video. If you want to take a look at it, it's, I do have many, many more that I'm looking at. This is my handwritten list from the weekend. What else? I got another. Where's my other list? You and your little papers. It's just been the story of my life. This used to be my real estate desk, used to be piled up with little notes as well. Then I went to a notebook formula. I'll probably do that again, just so it's like almost like an ongoing journal of your thoughts and note taking. And I do actually write in a journal daily. I know it's not a diary, fellas. It's a journal. I've been journaling daily, and sure, I'll miss a day from time to time, but I've essentially been journaling daily since 2014. Hello. So where was I? Yeah, we got 3 positions that are making my butt stink so far, but they're all, even if we just let them be called away, we're going to lock in some nice profits on all those, but I don't plan on letting any of them go away, and look to both or all 3 positions to be out of the money by the end of the week. And if that is the case, then I'm going to be really looking intently at all of the gold and silver miners that I still have on my board that I don't have positions in. Along with, if it just goes sideways or just even continues to go up, and we determine that silver's in 3 and maybe gold's in 5 of 5 or maybe 3 of 5 of the Elliott wave, impulsive waves, then I'll be looking to do some buys and writes, buying the stock and immediately selling covered calls on them. It will cap the upside, but it'll give me a nice position as far as collecting more than 5% on my free cash flow, because I think we have close to $600,000 in dry powder. What do we have? Yeah, we have $591,000 in dry powder, cashish, ready to deploy, and I'm willing to put all of it into action during this gold and silver bull market. That's the thesis. I'm sticking to it. We're calling it the Be Right and Sit Tight program. So that is just my little check-in. I finally think I've made the decision to get in shape. I used to be in really good shape for, it was in 2018 I decided, because I had a long list of goals that I made, like huge goals, like quit chewing tobacco, which I had done, skull in the lip for 29 years since middle school. Not proud of that, but I did quit in June of 2014, right around, no coincidence. It was right around the time I began seriously journaling. So it's coming up on a decade of being tobacco free. Still have a souvenir because I bought one of like those mega packs of Nicorette gum at Walgreens, and I still have the pack of it sealed. It was like a month's worth. Never opened it. Cold turkey, turned out great. My teeth were a little crooked. Got those straightened. Yeah, they look like you need to whiten them now. Dirt wine and black coffee. Yeah, it's true. So that was a big goal of mine, because back when I was in middle school, I had watched my brother suffer through his braces, and he wore them literally for like 4 or 5 years. And I was like, I am not doing that. And because I was the baby of the family, my mom was like, okay, sweetie pie. And then, of course, I regretted that once I became an adult, and then had to pay for them myself. But I did wear them for nearly 3 years. And when I got them off, I vowed I would never do that again. So I'd keep those teeth straight. And that's what I've done. I wear my retainers every single night. I am completely and 100% undefeated, have never missed a night. What else was on the goal list? To write and publish a book. I did that. You can look it up on Amazon if you want. If you're a real estate agent, you should actually buy it and use it. It's called Real Estate Good Life. In fact, I had a podcast for over 4 years called Real Estate Good Life. If you looked that up on Spotify and you're a real estate agent, real estate broker, even real estate investor, very good listening there. What else was on that list? Oh, learn to swim. I had never learned to swim until I was an adult, even though I had a pool in my backyard. So I taught myself to swim, got that going for me. Because it's you I'm talking to, I can say this, because you can't say these things to everyone. But on that list was also to make $1 million in a year. Now, don't get too excited. It was to make $1 million with my little real estate brokerage. I had a little company as like you could have called it a boutique brokerage. It was just me and my team. I was one of the first ones in Northwest Indiana to build a team, which started in 2002. The team, I've been in the business since 1997 or 8. I don't know, a long time ago. I just joke and tell people I've been doing it since the 1900s, but make $1 million in a year with the brokerage company. And what's interesting is when I made that goal the next year, I reached it and have never been under $1 million in a year since then, in many years over 2 million. And that is gross commission for the team. That's not like I made $1 million during those years, but that was the particular goal. What else? There was, sell the Dairy Queen. It's like a boat, the 2 best days of your life, the day you buy a Dairy Queen, and then also the day you sell a Dairy Queen. We just weren't built for Dairy Queen, because I'm built for freedom, and Dairy Queen is built for you to work there, and I'm not flipping burgers, not even for myself. So we sold the Dairy Queen in 2017 after owning it for 10 years. And then also on that list, and one of the goals that it just kept lagging, remaining, nagging, and not being checked off the list was the title, was exactly this: bring the abs back. So that became kind of a running joke in the family, because, most of my adult life, I did not have any abs because I was eating Burger King and McDonald's in my car on the way to appointments, etc. During the early years, and through the heart of building my small real estate brokerage and investing company. And then in 2018, I finally flipped a switch and brought the abs back, and they hadn't seen the light of day in like 30 years. And then they remained. I had abs consistently for 5 years. And then in 2023, I spent the whole year, I think I made a goal that I wasn't aware of, which was eat and drink as much as you want and get, skinny fat. So that's what I did. And now I'm like painfully on the other side of the no abs situation. And I think this morning I made the switch to bring them back. So the goal would be, based on where we're at, as long as it takes to get them back, I would imagine by the end of the summer, I will have the abs back. So I will keep you posted. And I know it may gross you out, but there might be live photos that I will share with you. So the reason I said that is I did work out this morning. Me and Lady lifts a lot. And then I'm going to go after this video and shoot baskets outside. We have a basketball court in the backyard. And I used to shoot baskets all the time back when I was getting in shape because I enjoy it. And it's a great way to burn calories that isn't overly boring. So I went out on Saturday, shot some hoops, and had a good time doing it. I think I'll do it again today. And I'll keep you posted on the abs, keep you posted on the gold and the silver and the minors and the spreadsheet and the portfolio. And look, we've added a couple more grand while we are on the air, but we already wrote it down, so we won't change it. Thanks for tuning in. And another update, the girls got a job. They both, it'll be the third summer in a row that they both are working as servers at a restaurant. You know, last summer was the very fancy high-end ranch. You know, it's called a ranch, but it was for rich people. And they worked their tails off all summer, made some good money last summer. This year, it'll be at Martini's in Valparaiso, which is a restaurant we do enjoy. So I'm sure we'll be frequenting that more so than ever before. Maya started Friday, Madison started Saturday, and now from here on out, they'll be on the same schedule. So that is exciting for them. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.